Hi, this is Sang Kim of 4D Motion. To start using the Launch Quickness module, you're going to need a few things. First are your two sensors. Make sure they're paired to your device, calibrated, and fully charged. You're also going to need the chest harness and the bat mount. Okay. So to start using this module, first select the profile of the player that you want to work with. Then make sure you click on the Modules tab. And then find the Launch Quickness module and hit Start. Okay, make sure both sensors are on. You simply click on the center, it flashes once, and they're on. So go ahead and turn the sensors on, hit Connect. Okay, now that they're both connected, hit the next button. And first, you're going to place the chest sensor. So this is the sensor. It's lit up blue. Now, the chest sensor, there's a white side and a blue side. The white side always needs to be facing forward. So if it's on the front, it's this way. So white side facing out. But if it's on the back, it still needs to be facing front. So it needs to be white side in or blue side out. So I'm going to put this in the harness with the blue side facing out, the white side facing in, and then get your shoulders through the loops. Make sure it's centered and secured, and then you go on to the next step. So let's hit Next. Okay. Now for the bat sensor, first, when you place the mount on the bat, it's best to place it as low as possible, but as long as there's room and it's not interfering with the player's hands. We don't want it too high on the barrel because the barrel starts to get thicker and thicker and starts to flare out, so we want these angles correct. Secondly, make sure that the little notched part of the mount is facing the barrel. And the reason for that is we want the LED part facing the barrel. So I usually put it in one corner, the other corner, slide it in, it's facing the barrel, it's nice and secure. Okay? Now the next step is calibration. So for this, you simply have the player standing in essentially the same orientation as he's going to hit. Okay? So if he's going to be here, we want him calibrating like this, not like this, and not like that. So right down the line. The bat does not need to be calibrated, so you can just lay that on the ground. And when we're calibrating, we just want the user to stand in a attention pose. In this case, we just have the sensor, so you don't have to worry about the arms and legs. And you just hit Next. And the player just needs to stand still between the two beeps. And that's it. You're ready to go. So go ahead and hit Next. When you're ready to use the launch module, there's a few settings. The first is the countdown time. So there's a countdown before it starts the recording. Then there's a capture time. So I'll have it 1 and 3. I think that's fine. And then the third is there are two choices, without location and with location. Without location is we're just listening to the beep and we want the player to react as quickly as possible. The other option is with location, and it'll actually flash a location within the strike zone that we want the player to swing at. Obviously, if you're doing it with location, you're not hitting it off a tee because he's not going to know until the last minute where that location is. So let's first just start off without location. The last setting is load time. So the way this module works is after the first beep, the player should be loading up per Richard's instructions, and waiting for that second beep. That second beep represents his decision to hit. Okay? So he wants to load up, and as soon as he hears that second beep, he wants to swing as quickly as possible. Now, depending on the player's loading style and preferences, you can vary that. So we have choices from 0.25 seconds to 1.75 seconds. So let's just start off with the 0.75 seconds, and we'll show you how this works. Now, I don't play baseball, so you're going to have to excuse my swing. So let's go ahead and hit the start. Capture. Now I should load. Okay. Now go ahead and hit capture. Okay, so as you saw, there was a countdown. The first beep, which starts the recording and essentially tells the player to get ready and load. And as soon as he hears the second beep, he has to swing as quickly as possible. And the metrics load up. Let's take a look. Now let's do one with the visualization. So we can simply click New Capture and with location. Now this time the batter has to hit at a target within one of 9 locations. So inside high, middle inside, outside high, so on and so forth. So when you do with location, there should be no T. They're just going to swing. We're just working on launch quickness here to a particular location. So when you're doing this, you should put the iPad in an area somewhere in front of the batter that he can see. So he's looking, he's listening, and when he sees the beep and he sees the location, he has to swing at that location. So let's try it. So bring up the iPad, hold up the iPad in a way that I can see it, and then hit the start button, capture button, listening, loading. Okay, so in that particular case, it was in the middle. So went and tried to hit the middle. So as you can see here, this kind of adds another dimension to this module where, you know, in like a game, the player's not necessarily going to know where the ball is going to be. So in a very short amount of time, he has to decide, he has to be fully loaded, react quickly, and then go for a particular location. In the rest of this video, Richard Skank is going to take you through a more detailed explanation of launch quickness and then how to improve on that.
Richard Skank here to talk to you about the launch quickness module. First of all, what is launch quickness? Launch quickness is defined as the time between your decision to swing and the launch of the swing. Okay? If you're quick between your decision and your launch, there's no slop or slack in your body in your swing. And if you're quick, then you'll have more time to read the pitch. I want to give you a quick demo of what is quick and what is not quick. And it boils down to, when is your load? In a quick swing, the body stretches as it's waiting for the pitch, and then when it gets the decision to swing, the launch is instant. In a swing that's not so quick, the body waits for the ball, for the decision to swing, and then it tries to load and swing after the decision to swing. So when you have launch quickness, you build the energy and you store it before the decision to swing and then release it. When you don't have launch quickness, you don't build the energy to swing until after the decision to swing. And that takes time, the ball gets on you, you get beat off it. Okay? So how do you do that? What you need to do, start with a nose stride, learn to fuse your body into a unit that works, moves as a unit, and then stretch that unit against your leg, against your rear leg, by coiling, turning your back pocket to the pitcher. Pinch your scap to your spine, hold it there. Energy is built up, it is stored. And then at launch, you want to supinate your top hand and adduct your elbow simultaneously. When you do that, your body will burst. The stretch that you developed around your rear leg will burst, and your swing will be really, really quick. In this module, you're going to see some numbers. One of them is called bat time, one of them is called launch quickness, and one of them is called swing time. The launch quickness metric measures the time between your decision to swing and the launch. Bat time is from launch to contact, and swing time is the addition of those two numbers. It includes both the launch quickness and the bat time.